You're watching Pulse for the 30th of July, and it's time for the StarCraft news. In this week's episode, we take a look at the start of Season 3 and all the new maps that came with it, a few GSL and MLG updates, the upcoming YellOw vs BoxeR Showmatch, CombatEX's YouTube channel, and more. Let's get started. I'm starting the StarCraft 2 news off with something all the StarCraft 2 players out there probably already know about, but hey, I guess it's still newsworthy. StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty patch 1.3.6 is now live. This small patch features several bug fixes as well as a tools update. So the bug fixes? Pretty much just one with the fun or not system. And as for the tools update, well, this is one that some players are a bit happier about. When downloading multiple patches concurrently, the launcher will now show the combined progress of all the patches instead of showing the progress of each individual patch. About time. Anyway, be sure to check the full patch notes below or on your screens right now to learn about all the latest changes. The third StarCraft 2 League season has begun. Well, yeah, it actually started on the 27th, but who's counting? Bonus pools and stand-ins have been reset and Season 2 milestones have been awarded. To see your Season 2 results, simply hop in-game and head on over to the Leagues and Ladders section. The launch of Season 3 also brings 10 new maps to the ladder map pool, which we will talk about in just a moment. And don't forget, the hidden skill ratings used for matchmaking and league placement have carried over. So that means if you're already placed in a league prior to the Season 2 lock, you'll only need to play one placement match to kick off the new season. So what are you waiting for? Get to laddering. What? You're still here? Oh, well, okay, let's have a look at those new maps then. Along with the new season of ladder play, Blizzard continue to update and refresh the map pools with the goal of providing a fresh and invigorating set of challenges for StarCraft 2 players of all stripes. With the start of Season 3, you'll find a number of new maps to explore and master, while other maps are being rotated out. Let's have a look at the 1v1 ladder map pool changes. If you want to see the team map changes, you'll have to actually check the post out on the official sites or linked below. The following changes were made to the ladder map pool when Season 3 began on Wednesday, July the 27th. The maps that were removed are Scrap Station, Slag Pits, Delta Quadrant, and Metalopolis. Maps that carried over are Xel'Naga Caverns, Backwater Gulch, Shakuras Plateau, Tal'Darim Altar Ladder Edition, the Shattered Temple, and Typhon Peaks. The new maps are Nerazim Crypt, Serene Crater, Antigua Shipyard, and Abyssal Caverns. I don't see anyone out there complaining about the removal of 3 of those maps, but Metalopolis? Yeah, there was a lot of whining about that one. But really now, players whined before even giving the new maps a chance. I think it's good to have a bit of variation in our play. There are still so many good maps in the pool right now that I don't really think anyone has the right to complain. Not yet at least. Anyway, below you can also see a pretty interesting post about why said fan favorite map was in fact removed. Probably worth checking out for those of you that feel you'll miss battling it out atop those skyscrapers. You can also find the full Season 3 ladder map changes below if you care to have a look at them. Check them out and happy ladder crafting. Here we go, time for the GSL updates. This time around we will be starting with the CombatEX results. In the GSL July, things are nearing, or by the time this video is actually uploaded and live, already hit their climax in the finals. So, who made it to the finals? Well, let's have a look. IM Nesty totally outclassed Hongang Prime Wii to take their series with a score of 3-0, thereby making him the first finalist. On the other side, IM Losira also managed a 3-0 over Zenex Biyun to place himself alongside his teammate in the finals. 2 incredible Miracle Zergs fighting it out in the first ever ZVZ GSL finals. Sounds absolutely amazing. These finals are set to happen on Saturday, the 30th of July. Yes, that's today. And if you did in fact manage to check them out, be sure to drop a comment and let me know what you thought. I obviously can't spoil it for you right now, so check back here next week for the results. As an extra, you can and probably should also check out the Team Liquid finals preview. I've linked it below. In the up and down matches, well, there's been a lot of action too, and I will give you the quick and dirty version of it all. Ryung is being promoted to Codes, Happy is being promoted to Codes, Dream stays in Code A, Fruit Dealer is being demoted to Code A, and Marine King Prime is also being demoted to Code A. Noblesse is promoted to Code S, ASD promoted to Code S, SC demoted to Code A, Any Pro demoted to Code A, Keen will stay in Code S, Alive will stay in Code S, Inca has been demoted to Code A, Lenok will stay in Code A, Ban will stay in Code A, and lastly Tassadar will also stay in Code A. So that's it. Now you know who will be where in the next season of the GSL. Stay tuned here for more GSL updates, and remember, let me know if you caught those Code S finals and what you thought about them. As many of you StarCraft fans out there probably already know, this weekend Anaheim, California will host an esports event of titanic proportions. Major League Gaming is continuing their 2011 Pro Circuit, bringing all the action out to the Anaheim Convention Center for one of the biggest StarCraft 2 events to date. That has actually already started right now. Day 9, DJ Wheat, JP, Husky and Mr. Bitters are all set to be keeping our ears stimulated throughout the weekend. And well, I don't think you need me to mention any of the players attending this most anticipated of events. Will MMA be able to do it again? Or will one of the other Korean challengers have something to say about that? The pools of players are looking fiercely competitive, and the open brackets will no doubt be pretty hardcore themselves. I also have no doubt that one or more of the Blizzard guys will be making a showing at the event, seeing that it is in fact so close to home for them. More on this in the extras though. Also, take note that StarCraft 2 will be taking the spotlight on the main stage. This is the first time in the history of Major League Gaming that a PC title has ever been the star attraction at an MLG event. If you need any information at all about MLG Anaheim, the post that Blizzard set up is actually more than enough. It has everything: stream links, lists to the competitors, casters and more. If you do need more than that, Team Liquid have you covered. Their coverage portal for MLG Anaheim is looking absolutely amazing. Have a look at that too. In the MLG extras, we have quite a bit of interesting stuff to look at. First up, you can check out 2 Road to Anaheim interviews with both MMA and Dongre Gu over at Team Liquid. And also over at Team Liquid, there's a preview post up titled MLG Pro Circuit Anaheim Giant Steps. Well worth checking out. Then you can have a look at how the MLG replays will no longer be made available to the public. Yeah, that's pretty sad. You can read more about that below. Then you can have a look at some promises from MLG's Sundance about prize pool increases if enough memberships are sold. You can check out the StarCraft 2 player relay race that we all knew was coming. And lastly, you can have a look at a tour of the venue right here on YouTube. Yes, you have actually been looking at that for a little while now already. So I hope you're all enjoying the MLG streams this weekend, and be sure to check those links below and check back here soon to stay in the loop with all the happenings. In the last of our tournament and event news, we have something that everyone should pay extra special attention to: the announcement of the next Polarfluke tournament in the form of Polarfluke August Rush. This time around, the prize pool is a pretty special amount. Yes, you guessed it, it's over 9,000 Rand. Now, I'm not exactly sure how much that would be equal to in dollars or euros, but it is in fact quite a bit. So, as with those before it, it's open to everyone, and everyone, be they South African, European, American, Korean or any other nationality, can win prizes if they place well enough. Yes, just like last month. So I urge all of you to make some time over the weekend of the 6th and 7th of August, check the Polarfluke site out or the links below for the registration page, and get practicing for this tournament. Everyone from 1st to 8th place will receive prizes, so that makes things even sweeter for those that do well. Anyway, check the post out link below for more information, and if you're not the playing type, you could always just tune in over the weekend to check the live stream out. I will in fact be casting it pretty much the entire weekend long. With that done, let's check out the tournament and event smalls. In the tournament and event smalls on the official site, you can read about the After Hours Gaming Tech Company tournament for charity. You can check out all the players that were invited for the North American Battle.net Invitational. You can have a look at 2 more players that have joined the lineup for the European Battle.net Invitational. Have a look at the IPL 2 brackets that have been updated. You can check out the Gamescom StarCraft 2 player groups. And lastly, have a look at the Shoutcraft Invitational 2 Postmortem. In the first of our community news pieces, we have something that a lot of esports or just StarCraft 2 fans out there had to read twice before they actually believed it was real. I can't possibly hype this one up enough. GomTV is organizing what will no doubt be the most epic StarCraft 2 Showmatch series to date. And yes, I really mean that. Slayer's BoxeR, the Emperor, will face off against his oldest and most famous rival, YellOw. The showmatch is titled GSL, the Arena of Legends, and is set to happen on August the 5th. Now that is one day I'll definitely keep open on my calendar. Could we see yet another bunker or perhaps SCV rush from BoxeR? How amazing would that be? Anyway, read more below, and really, you don't want to miss this one. Next up, you all know CombatEX, right? You know, the stream watching, bad mouthing, cannon rushing, grandmaster ladder plaguing bad boy of the internet StarCraft 2 player CombatEX. Well, he started up his own YouTube channel once again and is now posting analysis of his games on it. The funny thing here is, while CombatEX talks a lot of smack and really gets under people's skin, he actually knows StarCraft 2 pretty damn well. I watched a few of his shoutcasts, I guess you could call it. They aren't really that, as he pretty much just covers his thought process and what he's doing throughout the games with a first person point of view. And I have to say that they would indeed be pretty damn useful for any Protoss players out there. So I won't say any more about this, but you can check his channel out right here on YouTube for yourselves, and he does have 5 games up already. Be sure to let me know what you think after having a peek too. Then next, and sadly last up in our community news, Liquid has finally picked up a new member. Yes, it has been a while since the Team Liquid clan has grown, and this time they really outdid themselves. Who did they pick up? Well, none other than Sean Sheth Simon, the now famous Zerg Grandmaster and streamer extraordinaire. The guys at Liquid say that in the past years, Sheth has shown to have skill, respect, integrity and passion, and this is why they believe he is the perfect match for their team. Well said, and congratulations to both Sheth and Liquid. Well played indeed. You can read more about all of this, even a quick word from the Mana Zerg himself below. Now let's check out the community smalls. As I always say, be sure to have a good look at these, as there is in fact a lot of interesting stuff to enjoy here. First up in the smalls, at the official site, you can check out a few StarCraft 2 art gallery updates. You can read how Region Lincoln is in fact now live. You can have a look at the BlizzCon online contests. You can have a look at a very interesting post, and I do think you should have a look at this one. 1 year of StarCraft 2. There's a bunch of cool community stuff in there that the Blizzard guys have set up for us to have a look at, and it's well worth checking out. Then in some player and clan news, Dignitas have acquired Tandong Ho, Mim and Sase have parted ways, Team Gosu Gamers have picked up former MVP player Galaxy, Complexity Gaming and Team MVP have a joint partnership going, EG has officially signed Puma and has responded to everyone's criticism. Mr. Bitters is joining the ESL as a caster. Rain and Phoenix have had a bit of a fallout, and you can read the full story below. MVP player Lure and one of the team managers have joined Check 6 Gaming. There's an MVP Keen interview to check out, a White Raw interview over at ESFI World, and another White Raw interview over at Team Infused. Then there's an interview with the Noobcast over at Fragster, an interesting post titled A Boxer's Biography. Liquid Jinro is now on Twitter. It seems like StarCraft works surprisingly well as a comedic stage act. MBC Game is apparently looking to change their genre direction. MLG has announced development of a new online tournament site. Over at SC2 Mapster you can check out StarCraft Final Metamorphosis and Heavy Iron. Then have a look at a video of White Raw at the shooting range, and a video of the Ursaduck versus the Automaton 2000, a microbot duel. And lastly, be sure to check out the Planetary Workshop, the melee map making team. Sadly, that's all I have for you in the StarCraft 2 news. Check back here soon for more. Be sure to enjoy the MLG streams all weekend long, and most importantly, happy StarCrafting.